Hi, Edna. Give me 1 second. Hi, guys. Oh, it's still you, Edna. And Louise. It is on SuperFan Live, isn't it? I hope it is. What is this? It is. Okay, good. Looks like it's going to just be you and me today. Who knows? Let's see what's going on. I think I might have to start for the second live that I do for my super fans. I might have to just carry on doing tarot. So I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing. But I've got so much information today that I need to give. I've got so much in. Let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.5 pages. What the hell? Didn't even realize that. Oh. But I'll wait a few more minutes and then I'll get started anyway. But because this is going to get posted up on I can't wait to learn so much guidance from I'm so glad. So much important information. Hey, Serenity Rose. So much important information. I thought it was just going to be me and Edna today. I created a crystal grid in my home because I've always said that once I get my own place, I want to create a crystal grid on my walls. So there'll be like crystals all over my walls. And I finally did like a triangle crystal grid, which I'll show everybody later on, because each crystal has a vibrational frequency to it. So I've got crystals on my front door, like for protection. Yeah, so I've done this crystal grid. Let me see if I can flip and I finally finished my puzzle. So I did my crystal grids. Can you see that? So the crystal grid is a triangle, because triangle is really powerful. And I managed to finish my puzzle. Took me maybe about I don't know, maybe 3 days, 4 days. I think 5. But yeah, so I've done the crystal grid on my walls and they all represent something. But they say that the circular motion, because a circle is infinite. Yeah, it's all circles, like infinite. It keeps going around. So I've always known that I wanted to have a crystal grid in my house. I've got one in my bedroom, as you guys have seen. So I've put all the round circle crystals opposite my bed where I sleep. So it just helps me sleep better. Why's that gone dark? I think we're okay. I have literally 9.5 pages to talk about, and I want to talk about illness today and health. I mean, maybe next week I might teach the sun. I can't go live tomorrow for you guys because I don't know if you guys are on my live. I was like, my niece has invited me to her house, unfortunately, and I have to go and be with my family. And then I realized that my niece could be watching this. I was like, I'm only joking, Kim. But I've got to do like a family thing tomorrow, because that's when everybody's off, and I've been avoiding everybody like the plague, and they're not having it anymore. They're like, no, you're not saying no again. It's been 8 months. I've seen you once, and we're not taking no for an answer. You need to come to the house. She's like, Auntie, I need to see you. You need to come to the house. And I know she misses me. Me and her have this like mother-daughterly bond. Probably like it's quite. I love it. She's not only my niece, she's my goddaughter as well. So she was like, no, you're not. She understands that I'm still grieving her grandmother, but at the same time she wants me to go to the house. My nephew's getting married this month. Is it this month? Yeah, this month. I'm not able to go because I can't afford it. It's too expensive. It's like summer holidays, and they're getting married in Spain, and it's like £1,000 for 2 nights. I just don't have that money. I would need that money to pay for my debts. I can't use it to pay for a ticket to go on holiday, and then plus the flights and accommodation, and then you got to think about what you're going to wear, and it's just like, and then the gift, and it's like, no, it's going to be over £1,000. I can't. I'm not doing it. Sorry. So, and he understands that. He understands. We're not really sure like why in August, but I suppose it's so less people can come because it's too expensive to take a flight out over there. But you know, who knows? But I've got so much to talk about. So expensive. I think they're gonna get married. They're gonna say their vows in, what is it called? You know, when you go to the courts. I don't know if they do it over there in the US. Obviously they do. Like something hall. You guys call it something hall when you just get married like quietly. City hall, yeah. So that for it's like they're gonna do the city hall thing. You get married in city hall, right? Is that what you call it? In the courthouse, yeah. But then they're gonna have like the wedding in Spain. Yeah. So, oh, I've learned so much. I want to talk about how to not get cancer. I know, it's crazy. I want to talk about tapping. So I'm going to bring information through from Dr. Joe DISPENZA, who you guys may or may not know about because I've read his book. So I'll show you his book when I start doing the live, when there's more people on. There's like literally 9.5 pages of what I want to go through. It's intense. And then I wanted to talk about Bruce Lipton because I was studying his work as well. Give you some information from Bruce Lipton. And then the last person that I wanted is Nick. Oh God, why can't I read his bloody writing? Read. Oh, fuck a duck. Read on Turner. Is it Read on Turner? Let me check. Not Read. Nick. Sorry, Nick. Nick. Nick on. So there's 3 people at the moment. I don't want to go through it, and then everybody turns up later on. Nick. What is the bloody name? Is it O-N? On turn. No. No. Oh, Ortner. Fucking hell. Where's my blood clot pen? What the hell? Ortner. It literally says it there, but I just wasn't sure. And I want to show you how to do it, because I was saying last week how long to do it and all the points. But when I was watching, oh my God, there's a butterfly right next to my window. It's fluttering around. What is going on here? I keep seeing the same butterfly. I did have a bit of a breakdown the other day, I'm not going to lie. You know, when you go through those breakdown sort of periods. And it was literally because of everything else. So I'm telling you guys not to allow everybody to project their bullshit onto you. And that's exactly what I did in this one day. And I was like, okay, I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm still human, so I'm still trying to bypass, emotions, which you can't because I'm not a robot. But I was like really being triggered by someone specific and someone very close to me, to be honest. But I was just like, we're not going to carry this on until... Does anybody else do this? They have a scenario with somebody, and then you're going through the scene in your head and you're saying the words that you want to say to them. So it's like I'll be cleaning the house and I'm thinking about when I see them next, and then I'm going through the whole scenario in my head, what I'm going to talk about, and I'm literally saying it out loud. Well, when you did this and you did that, and I'm cleaning and I'm going, yeah. And then when you go like this, and you did and didn't do this, and I'm cleaning the house while I'm seeing this event happening in my head. It's the weirdest thing. So, oh, you do that. Oh, good, because I thought I was the only one. Crazy. It's like, just in case I see that person, what do I need to talk about? Yeah? How am I going to express what I'm trying to say with my feelings without trying to hurt somebody? Do you know what I mean? And I'm just like, you got to be prepared. Yeah. And then do you know what happened? So I'm pissed off at somebody. Yeah, they've triggered me to like get me out of my comfort zone, and I'm really pissed off about this. Yeah. And then I'm like going through the motions and the scene and what I'm going to fucking say when I fucking see them. And then it's like the person comes and then I'm like, do you want a double sausage and egg McMuffin meal? What's wrong with me? And then I'm like, how are you today? Was work good? And then nothing within me wanted to have this scenario that I played up in my head. I didn't even want to. It's so stupid. Hey, Hood. Hey, Pam. Hey, Jess. I do that all the time, but I don't say it though. Yeah, it's like I have this scene in my head. Hey, Nomsa. It all went out the window. It all became all love. So now this person's gone, I'm like, bye. And then I still got those emotions in my body. And I was like, why didn't I say it? Maybe it wasn't the right time. Maybe I shouldn't have said it. Maybe I don't need to say it. Maybe everything is okay. Oh, God. What is wrong with us human beings? We're so flawed. We're so flawed, but we're like specks of God everywhere. But like we've come in, we're supposed to be flawed. But I mean, how flawed can we possibly be? Fuck's sake. I don't have a punching bag, so I'm just going to hit my pillow. I need to fluff it out again. Hey, Scarlett. It's just, I was just telling everybody on here how I love, like, what is the spiritual meaning of an ice cream van? Every time can I just say something? This bloody ice cream van doesn't come Monday to Friday. doesn't usually come Saturday and Sunday. It comes randomly at whatever time. But when I just happen to be doing a live with you guys, it always shows up. And I usually do a live on a Sunday, and usually it shows up. And it shows up at different times. This is not normal. I've lived in this house for 8 years. This ice cream van is randomly turns up at random times, random days. But every time I'm on live with you lot, it's always here. It must be a sign, guys. I need to figure this out. Give me 1 second. Every time. It's happened every single time. Like, what is happening? It can't mean anything. Oh my God. The spiritual meaning of an ice cream van represents fleeting opportunities, inner childhood and joy, unexpected sweetness arriving into your life. Ooh, I received this. Embracing spontaneity, whatever the hell you always say that, and savor the simple pleasures with a grateful heart. It's a passing blessing. Oh. Hey mate, you can come here anytime you want. Anytime. That is so cool. I received this. So we're like children together learning. That's what that means. We're kids. We're kids, even though we're grown-ups. We're kids having fun with each other on this live, and that is what that means. And I'm going to get me an ice cream when I'm done with this live. Every time. No, is that not weird? And the only reason why I'm mentioning it, you guys have even said, oh, ice cream van. But never has the ice cream van ever come Saturday, Sunday. It's randomly every day, 7 days a week on random different times. But, oh, he's off. I received this message from the universe. Be childlike. I have so much to talk about, guys. I was just saying 9.5 pages of shit to talk about. And you're going to have to be very patient with me today. I'm going to try and breeze through it really quickly. But I wanted to talk to you about the tapping thing that I told you last week. I got more information from it because I delved in to the tapping. Now, I don't know whether to start or not because people are going to be coming into the room and I don't want to replay it or say it again. But I've got some information from Dr. Joe Dispenza. As all of you know, I love him and I've read his book. I've also got information from Bruce Lipton, so you can go check him out. And in terms of tapping, you can tap away to clear the meridian lines of your body, any blockages. But there is also a process to getting rid of pain, and there's a backstory to it, and I don't even know where to bloody well start. There's so much information in this whole week that I needed to give you. So I won't be coming doing my SuperFan live tomorrow because I have to go to my niece's house for a family gathering. So I'll probably be doing the other open live for my subscribers on Monday, and I'll be teaching tarot on Monday if anyone is interested. So I've got information from Dr. Joe Dispenza, I've got information from Bruce Lipton, and I've got information from Nick Ortner. Right? So much information today. And how not to get cancer. I know! It's so good. So let me get out my book. And just FYI, I have read as much. I've still got a lot to read, but I have read so much. It's crazy. So I'm going to show that book in a second, but I've got so much to talk about. And again, I do want to go through it. I'm ready to get started, but I know there's still people to come into the room. I was just saying earlier that I love crystal grids. So what I like to do is create crystal grids in my house. So I did one just this morning. So I don't know if you can see it. Let me tilt the camera that way. So around my picture of my family, I've done the crystal grid as a triangle because there's something very important about the triangle. Very, very important about the triangle. And crystal grids anyway are good for bringing in energy. So like I was saying earlier, I've got crystals stuck on my front doors, especially the black crystals and this crystal hematite, because crystals on my door, it's like, you know, somebody has an attachment to them from a not so very nice energetic frequency. That energy is left outside. That energy will be left outside the door and it's not allowed to enter into my house. So I've got crystals stuck on my door. So yeah, I'm just currently looking at a man with muscles. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah. So crystal gridding, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, is really good for bringing energy. Really good for bringing energy, especially circle or the triangle. The triangle, like the pyramid crystals, are brilliant because it goes straight up to heaven energy. It's so good. And then I was talking last week about how we have a crystal grid. Has anyone ever heard of a Merkaba? Does anyone know what the Merkaba is? It's like let me show it to you. It's like a star, but if you actually look at it, it's like pyramids all intertwined with each other. The Merkaba. Oh, come on. I need a symbol here. Does anyone know what the Merkaba is? This is it. So there is a Merkaba in our energy, in every human being's energy field. There's even a Merkaba in Mother Earth, around Mother Earth. That is the symbol of the Merkaba. It's like a triangle placed on top of a triangle. And it's basically the star. And this is something that we all have within the imprint of our souls. Let me show you another. Yeah, so look. So that's what it looks like. We have it with us. We walk around in our own Merkaba. The universe has a Merkaba and it's pointing to all directions of the universe. So we would feel and sense things and energetic points. That's why pyramid crystals are amazing to have, because it goes up and then it comes down. They said that the Merkaba that we have within us, one is upside down and one is up. So we tune in energy from our feet with the point, and then we tune in energy from above, which what I said to you in last week, that is the triangle, it's the diamond shape in our physical body, because the triangle is above and then one below. So we're tuning from Mother Earth and then Father Sky. So Mother Earth and Father Sky, and we tune those energies into our physical body. It's just amazing what I've learned, I'm telling you. So much I've learned. So we all have this grid within our energy system, in our frequency. All right, I've got 7 people on here at the minute. I do want to start. I've got 9.5 pages. But I want to start out with the tapping thing, because I talked to you about tapping the last time I was here. You can tap without saying anything, just to unblock the meridian lines of your body. So there's the tapping of the head, of the third eye. There's more new information that I need to give you. So I'm going to start off with the tapping before I get into not getting cancer, how to get rid of PTSD with tapping, how to get rid of any pain with tapping. But I understand now the format of tapping. It keeps me from not and it calms me down. I'm going to go through the process of it because I went through it really briefly. So if you're in the office, like for example, like Edna, you're at work and you quickly need to do a bit of tapping, you don't need to say anything, just blocking the lines, like the meridian lines. But actually, there's a reason why you're supposed to say something when you are doing the tapping. And somebody asked me last week, how long do we do it for? So what I've learned from Nick was that you should do it between 5 or 10 minutes until the pain is completely subsided. And Nick is no doctor, so he can't tell you like all of what lines connect with whatever, but he just knew that this tapping technique works, and it helps people with PTSD, people who has fear of public speaking, people who has fear of flying, people who has fear of, speaking their truth. It's that sort of thing. It's amazing how it works, but there's a process to it. So when I was telling you guys to do the tapping, yes, you can. But when you're trying to get rid of a pain, when you're trying to get rid of pain, or when you're trying to get rid of something a bit more like PTSD, like the stories that Nick was talking about. So go check him out. His name is Nick Ortner. Let me show you a picture of him so you guys know. I always say that you lot should take a screenshot of it, what I'm showing you, and all right. Check him out. His name is Nick Ortner. Shall I flip the camera? So that's the first thing that I'm going to cover, because today is all about healing. Today is all about healing mental, physical, spiritual trauma, and what I've learned from mental, spiritual. So take a picture of, screenshot this, guys. That's the guy. His name is Nick Ortner. I'm going to go through briefly what I've learned the past week about tapping and how it literally can help uncreate what you've created in the world that you're living in. It's crazy. It is crazy. And you're going to need a pen and paper for this, or you can watch the replay and write down what I'm saying. And I'm going to have to show you the technique. So there is a time frame to do this. So I'm going to get started now. I'm going to get started. I bet you loads of people are going to come in later on. All right. So I love going through Gaia. I love reading books. I love investigating. I love putting spirituality with science and show everybody. So this is the reason why I always take screenshots of everything, so I can show you what to go and check out, and not just to take my word for it. Because I want you to take your own notes. So I'll give you the programs, where to go and search for it. If you can't get to Gaia, then try on YouTube, because YouTube is, I'm sure they have something on there in relation to what I'm talking about. There's many programs that you can go and watch in regards to the things that I'm talking about, just so that you can get the information that you need for longevity, right? For living the best sort of life that you can live. Now, I'm still on my way up here, so I'm just a learner like you. But because I have time, because my mum is no longer with me, I'm no longer taking care of my mum, I'm so blessed to have peace that I'm able to study more, because I used to do this anyway when my mum was well. Study more, education, read. So I think there's about 7 books on here or 8 books on here that I'm still yet to read. Still got so many stuff to learn. And yesterday I went on my Amazon and what is this? I've got a bit of gel in my hair still. Yesterday I went on my Amazon and I was looking at all the stuff in my basket, and it's like £169, and all of it were books. I was like, what the fuck? £169, and they're all books. They were all just books. It's crazy. All these books that I wanted to buy, and it's like £169. That ain't happening anytime soon. I gotta buy it like slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. All right, I'm going to get started, guys. I'm going to just get started. I really highly recommend that you get a pen and a paper, because these are words that you can change it up a little bit, but fundamentally, when you're doing tapping, these are the things that you need to do. And I'm going to show you the meridian points again, the new meridian points, and how to do it to get rid of PTSD, any traumas from the past. I'll tell you how good tapping is first, because this is what Nick did. So when I was watching Nick and I was watching this documentary and I was taking notes on it, he spoke about this woman. So he was in a stage of 5,000 people. He said it was 5,000 people. I was talking about introduction to tapping and how it can help you to some degree. And then a woman in the audience is speaking for her girlfriend. So her girlfriend is sitting beside her. And she says to Nick, my friend hasn't spoken for 3 months. She's mute. There's something wrong. She's not able to use her vocal cords. And we're trying to figure out what was going on. So Nick said, okay, we're going to try some tapping. I don't know if this is going to work, but we don't know until we give it a try. So he's telling this woman who's on mute for the past 3 months. He's telling this woman who's on mute, hey, Cece. He's telling this woman who's on mute to do the tapping all over the place, right? Tapping on the hair, the eyes, all of this stuff. All of a sudden, she started to go, like she started to make a sound. And after a few minutes, the girl was talking. It was the craziest thing. He said, I didn't know if it was going to work, but I used my intuition and I was hopeful and it worked. There was a friend of his. He kept on saying, oh, I've got a really bad neck problem. So what Nick said, all of my family who are around me say to each other, don't talk about any pains because Nick is going to make you do some tapping. But he goes, the reason why I do it is because it works. It works. It's amazing how it works. When I was watching Nick talking about the tapping, the doing tapping, he said like his neck was hurting, and then he made his friend tap certain places, and it had been hurting him for like months, 4 or 5 months. And then out of nowhere, while he was doing this tapping thing with Nick in the car while he was driving, the guy was like, oh my God, it's gone. That's so weird. It literally fixed the pain straight away. Because remember, tapping is about hitting the meridian lines and unblocking the circulatory system, or however the hell you say it. It unblocks those channels, because we have blocked channels all the time, right? We block the channels all the time. So tapping clears the neuro pathways or some shit like that, if I remember correctly. That's what he was saying. So, okay. So when I was writing everything that he was saying down, so when Nick was talking about tapping, the first time that he was doing tapping, he started saying things like, he started talking about focusing on the problem. And everybody said, why are we focusing on the problem? That's really weird. Like, why would you want to focus on a problem when we're trying to override the pain or trying to override the situation? And tapping is a sense of safety. They say tapping when you're in trauma, and you're talking about the trauma, it's sending signals to a certain part of the brain, that creates an unblocking to some degree. But you're talking about the trauma, but you're creating unblocking while you're doing the tapping. So you're talking about the problem. So what I've written was, what did he say? Louise Hay. Does anybody know? Has anyone heard of Louise Hay? She is the owner of Hay House, who publishes all the tarot, all those amazing books. Half the amazing books that I have here is from Hay House. So Louise Hay is the first one that would teach Nick about tapping. And when Louise Hay was talking about tapping, this guy Nick was going, Louise, why are you talking about the problem? Why are you highlighting the pain or the issue or the trauma? And this is what Louise Hay says about tapping. She said, if you want a clean house, you have to see the dirt. So the dirt would be the PTSD, the fear, the trauma, the physical pain that you're feeling in your body. So in order to clean house, which is our physical vessel, we need to see the dirt, so we know where to locate where the problem is. If you got a shoulder problem, a lower back problem, a frozen arm, your arm is hurting, your fingers is hurting, your feet is hurting, you have to direct the energy to that place of pain. So that makes sense, right? So she also says, so you'd have to put yourself in the situation or the place or whatever it is that you're frustrated about. You would have to literally bring up this pain. You've got to focus the energy to where it is in the body. Like if you have any pain or PTSD or you have any sort of fears, and then that is when, or where there's anxiety in your life, that is where you have to focus and bring up the dirt and clear out house. So do you remember when I would say to you guys, purge, bring it up? You got to feel what you feel and then let it go. So that's basically the cleansing, the cleaning of house. The house is your body. Your house is the vessel to enshrine the soul. And if there is dirt, which creates pain or uncomfortability or, any insecurities or, do you know that tapping helps people lose weight as well? It's been known that tapping actually triggers the nervous system again, and it helps you to unblock certain parts of the body, and it helps you to lose weight. So you best believe I'm going to tap the shit out of myself. So when you tap, guys, and I'm going to show you how to do it, and it might take a while, but it's going to be fucking worth it, I swear. So there's a saying that when you are tapping, you have to focus on the problem. Tapping is or touching the body at the same time, like with the mammal, overrides fear. So when you're talking about a problem, and then you're talking about a problem. So has anyone heard of Trina Pitt? This is this amazing, beautiful woman who was burnt so badly that the fire literally burnt her fingers off. Trina Pitt. Anyone ever heard of Trina Pitt? So I was watching the documentary on her yesterday. I have PCOS and a few other things, always chunky. Have you heard of this woman? So this woman, this is her. This woman got burnt to a crisp. Trina Pitt, hold on. When I watched her story, I literally kissed my fingers. I looked at my fingers and I thought, how stupid am I to have complained about the stupid little things that happened in my life. Her and 6 other people, she's from Australia, her and 6 other people were burnt to the crisp so badly that she lost her fingers. Can you see her hands? That was her husband, Michael, who stayed with her literally through thick and thin. Hey, Lady J. So go and check her out and listen to her story, because it will really humble you. And they did tapping on her when she went to see a therapist. And she didn't even realize what the therapist was doing. So while she was going through all of that remembering when she was in this furnace, this oven, I can't remember the full story, but her and 6 other people were burnt to a crisp, burnt so badly that her fingers were burnt. She has no more fingers because of it. Don't know if you can, let me see. She's a fucking champion. And she did something called the Ironman marathon. So it's swimming, running, and biking all in one go. She hasn't got any fingers. She was burnt badly. And everybody who was in this fire, that's her little baby. And when I was watching the interview on her the other day, she was pregnant with, I think, her 3rd child. She's got no fingers. So when I was watching her and I was listening to her story, I looked at my fingers and I literally cried, because it was like, this woman is such an inspiration, and whatever the fuck I've been through is a load of crap compared to what she's gone through. It was so, and I'm not like disregarding my experiences and what has happened to me, but I will say that she humbled me so much. The whining and the moaning. Look at her. She's no hands. All her fingers were burnt to a crisp. She's got nothing left. And she still had 3 kids. And she's still, this man, Michael, stuck with her. And he's a lovely guy. Just, she has to have 3 operations. She has to have 3 operations every year due to her burns. Skin grafting, everything. She's just an inspiration, man. She inspired me. Check her out, guys. She's amazing. Tarina Pitt. She's just great. She's amazing. That's like trauma. I'm not saying that any other trauma is nothing compared to her, because trauma is trauma at the end of the day. It's still in the body. It's still something that we carry around from the moment that we're born till the moment that we die. If we don't fix the problem, or we don't look at the problem, or we don't go and look at the situation, and we try to bypass it because we try to suppress the emotion or the feeling, but it's still there. But what usually happens when somebody goes to inner regression is you have to go to the core of the problem. You can take the tablets and you can pop all the pills that you want, but you're putting a blanket over the problem. You're not going into the crux, the core of it all. And that is what tapping is. That is what past life regression does for you. It heals you from inside out. People have been healed by cancer from doing past life regression because they go back to the root cause of everything. So this is the reason why I wanted to redo the tapping thing with you today. So they say that touching or tapping distracts you. So while Tarina was telling her story, the therapist was going like this to her leg. And then she's like, this is bullshit. And then she's like, just tell me what happened. And she's looking at this therapist going, have you ever tried a form of tapping? And she was like, no. And she's very outspoken. She's like, you know, fuck you. Like they said, you'll never run the marathon. And she was like, fuck you. And she ran the Iron Marathon. Like, you told me I can't do it. Oh, you got to take it easy because you're a woman. She was like, fuck you. And she did everything that everybody told her that she could not do. She did it 10 times better than a man with no fingers. Her fingers are like this. She's got no fingers left. And so basically every time somebody told her she couldn't, she fucking did it real good. She did it real good. One of the girls that was in when they got burnt, she actually did a Sahara marathon with one foot because her foot was completely burnt off. So wherever, I can't remember the exact story where she was where these people were to have a burn, but they were trapped or locked in this place and they were basically in a furnace. So the woman did a Sahara marathon with one foot because all her feet, bones and everything was burnt off. It was unbelievable, this story. And I really want you guys to just, if you can, and I think you would when you have time, to just, hey vet, to just watch Tarina Pitt's story. Just watch her story. It is amazing. It's inspiring. It makes you look at things a little bit differently. You know, it makes you humble yourself. It's just a great story. It's just a great story. Hi Yvette. So I want to talk about the tapping thing again, okay? So like I was saying earlier, tapping is great for, and please check out Nick Ortner. Nick Ortner. Check him out. And he just put Nick Ortner YouTube tapping on YouTube tapping. So I want to discuss, because I told you last week to tap is okay because it opens up the meridian lines and it will create a flow state within your body, which is a great thing. It opens up all the channels when you do it, and it reboots your nervous system. So I wanted to talk about the other way, because there's like two ways of doing the tapping. The way that I said, abundance and all this thing, but to get rid of specific pains. It's good for getting rid of trauma or PTSD, like I was saying earlier, because there's new people in the room, new people now coming into the room. So when you touch or tap, it's sending a signal to the brain. You talk to somebody about your trauma while you're doing the tapping, and I'm going to show you exactly where to do it. Somebody on here said, how long do you have to do it for? 5 to 10 minutes. That is literally the time frame that you do it. And I see why now, because I did it the other day. And I was like, yeah, it's going to take about 5-10 minutes to touch all of them points. So what they say is, somebody will say to you, or you have to focus on the problem that is bothering you. It could be an annoying boss. It could be the fact that you hate your job. It could be the fact that you are about to go and do some sort of public speaking in a couple of days, and when you were a child they laughed you off the stage, so you are now afraid to get on the stage. You have anxiety about that. Maybe you have anxiety about flying, or you have anxiety about water, and it doesn't even have to be any of that. I've got a bloody pain in my shoulders. My shoulder is killing me. How do I get rid of this pain? Or I've got a pain on my foot. How do I get rid of this pain in my foot? Like, direct the energy to the pain. So when Nick was teaching about tapping, he was saying things like, so tapping overrides the fear. The body takes the tapping feeling and overrides it as a sense of safety. It rewires the brain. You do this for 5 to 10 minutes of tapping, and it could even alleviate the pain. Tapping sends a signal, a calming signal to the amygdala. An amygdala is an almond-shaped cluster of neutrons in the brain that processes emotions that trigger the fight and flight response. Do you want me to say that again? Or you're going to watch the replay just so you can take notes? Because once you guys start tapping, your whole family's going to be tapping. They're going to think you're some sort of fucking miracle worker. Oh my God, did you know that, you know, Yvette and Edna and Serenity Rose and Cece and, you know, they told me about like this tapping thing and I thought this was a load of bullshit. And then I've been doing it for the NOMSA, Scala. I've been doing it for the past week and like my pain's completely subsided. And they're going to think that you're some sort of a healer, which you are. So, shall I read that bit again? Anyone in the back? I'll read it again, okay? And these are not my words. These are words from Nick Ortner, okay? He says, the body takes the tapping feeling and overrides it as a sense of safety. It rewires the brain. You do this for 5 to 10 minutes of tapping and it could alleviate pain. Tapping will send a signal, a calming signal to the amygdala. Yeah. The amygdala is an almond-shaped cluster of neutrons in the brain that processes emotions that trigger the fight and flight response. My co-worker watched me like I'm crazy, except one that has started reading up on it. I'm telling you, you're spreading the word without even spreading the word. You're sitting in your office going, and then your colleagues are walking by going, what the fuck is Edna doing, that crazy cow? And they don't know that you're actually doing some deep-seated healing. So it's like, go about your business and don't worry about me tapping. I'm tapping on my lunch break. Don't worry about it. Now, if they ask you what you're doing, you're going to be walking around the office all great and all good. And then all your other colleagues have got like a limp or a bad back or a bad hip. And you're walking around like a 50-year-old boy. So like with all the energy in the world. So believe me, tapping is very good. So again, tapping sends a calming signal to the amygdala, which triggers the fight and flight response. We tell the body and the brain that it is safe, and it interprets that calming signal that begins to rewire the brain. That's what he says. Now, for example, if you're afraid of flying isn't safe. Public speaking isn't safe. I have PTSD. I'm afraid to speak my truth. This puts you back in control. You have fear of water, like all of this stuff. So what did Louise Hayes say again? Louise Hayes says, and she's the one who basically introduced Nick, who made a documentary about tapping. And they took 10 people with different sort of ailments and illnesses. And they did the tapping for something like, I think it was 10 days. And then within the 10 days, those 10 people, I would say about 7 or 8 people were completely healed from any anxiety or stress. So Louise Hayes says, because when you do tapping correctly to get rid of a pain or PTSD or some sort of fear, you have to talk to the pain. You have to look at the pain. And I'm going to tell you what to say. Okay, I'm going to tell you what to say and how to hit it. And you're going to have to bear with me, guys, because I'm going through all the points. 5-10 minutes of doing tapping. Louise Hayes says, if you want a clear house, you have to see the dirt. So you have to put yourself in the situation, the place, what you're afraid of, look at the pain that's in your body, and then you say these words. So I highly recommend that you get a pen and a paper. I'm going to sit myself up here so you can see the parts of my body that I'm tapping, so it's very clear for you to see. All right, hold on a second. All right. Pen and paper if you can, guys, and just write these words. And you can change the words if you want to something that you're more comfortable with. So I'm going to say this, and please bear with me, guys. I love you so much that I'm going to go through every part. If you got to rewatch this again to remember the parts in your body that you need to tap, by all means, go ahead and watch it again and do it again. And then once you figure it out, you're going to tell everybody else. The first thing that you have to do is pick a problem. What's the problem? Focus on the problem. Is it anxiety at work? Is it a physical pain? Is it PTSD from something that happened in the past? I don't care. But for today, we're going to keep it real simple while I'm doing this, okay? So we're going to say, I am going to focus on today, on the pain in my body. There is a specific area in my body, which is like, let's just say my lower hips. On my hips, I'm always having pain. So I'm going to focus on my lower hip problem. So we're going to say the whole body. Yeah, let's say the whole body. But for you, if it's I have a neck problem or an arm problem, then you say the words replacing what I'm saying with where the pain is, or if it's anxiety, or if it's sleepless nights, or if it's fear of flying. Does that make sense, guys, before I start? And you can do this right now with me, man. Do it with me right now. Or you can write it down quickly and do it later on. So we're going to use the whole body today, yeah? So this is what you do. Pick the pain, pick the problem, and score it from 1 to 10. So my body feels really good right now, but I'm just going to use an example because I've been doing the tapping method. Swear on my mother's ashes. My body feels really good right now, but because I've been doing the whole tapping thing for a couple of days, it's been amazing. And I've been sleeping like I'm a newborn as well. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, my body feels uncomfortable. I'm going to say 7. 7 is a good mark for all of us. Okay. And then what you do is you can close your eyes or you can leave your eyes open. And this is where you start. And now write these words down if you wish. Change it up if you wish. Even though I have all this stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all this stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all of this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all this stress, all is well. It's safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to release all the stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all the stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these things, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from the body. And remember, as you're saying these words, you're directing this energy to where your lower hips is, to where your frozen shoulder is, if you've got a headache, if it's your PTSD or your anxiety. I ain't done yet. Stay with me, guys. Stick with me. Cup your hands. Even though you have meridian lines in your armpits, even though I have all this stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings. It is safe to let them go, releasing all the stress from my body. I ain't done yet, guys. There's more meridian lines that you need to try. Even though I have all this stress from my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all the stress, all is well. It feels safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Under your bra line, even though I have all the stress in my body, I can choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all of this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it's safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all this stress, all is well. It feels safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Nearly there, guys. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all the stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have these stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. hold your breath in for a bit. And whenever you can't hold it anymore, just let it go. And then move your body about a bit. If the pain was now 7 out of 10, how would you say the pain is now? Has it gone from 7 to 6? Some people it will go to 7 to 0. You don't feel it anymore. Some people will say, oh, it's gone down to a 3. I can bear with it. 10 minutes a day. Doesn't it feel so good? You can, if you have a pain in your physical body, like you can say things like, when you start from the beginning and you start with your hands, you can say things like, I have this pain in my lower hips. It's pissing me off. I understand why it's there, but I feel safe in my body. And I know I will be free of it when the time is right. So make up your own thing. Even though my lower hip hurts and the pain is there for a reason, to learn something, I understand that this pain is here to ground my energy, and I release it. I feel safe and all is well. I release this energy from my body. But as you're saying these words, you put your energy to where the pain is in the physical body. Because when you hit all of those points in your body, what will happen is, if you have fear of flying, you have PTSD, fear of speaking your truth, fear because you hate your job, fear because of your relationship, it unlocks all of those. My body feels so good. The longer you do it, the more you do it. If you put it as practice every day, I'm telling you, people are going to want to know what pill you're taking. And you're going to be like, I ain't taking a pill. So I highly recommend, hi CJ, you just missed the tapping thing. So it was a very long process, I know, guys, but I had to do it with you so you know what to do when you leave me. So it just feels like any pain, any anxiety, any PTSD that you're suffering from, I'm telling you, let me just go through it one more time. Only one time only, just for CJ. So CJ, tap your hands will first, and you just simply say the words, even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all this stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from the body. And direct that energy to, if it's anxiety, see, new people are coming into the room now. Direct that energy with these words, because with tapping, yes, you can tap and focus on abundance and unblock the meridian lines of your body. But this is not just the hands. I recorded it. See, this is what I'm good, Scarlett. Good. Perfect. So in order to get rid, I'm going to post this up on my YouTube channel. So if you missed the first part of it, you can go over there and watch it. I will download it. But you'll have to be patient and wait, because it will take a while to download. So you can block them. There's 2 ways of doing tapping. The one that I told you last week, unblocking the meridian lines of your body, the third eye, under your eyes. I forgot to do that one with you guys. I'm so sorry. Scarlett, don't forget under the eyes. And it doesn't matter in which order you do them, as long as you tap the temple. You're going to screen record. All right, I'm going to do it one more time for all of you, but I'm going to just do it really quickly, okay? Because I know CJ's just come into the room. Miss Lotus has just come into the room. Lady T's just come into the room. So I'm going to do the tapping method again. So I'm just going to go through it again. If you have PTSD, if you have fear of flying, fear of public speaking, fear of speaking your truth, physical pains, lower back problem, feet problem, frozen shoulders, bad headaches, neck pains, migraines that you get all the time, this tapping method is amazing. But and this is who you need to check out as well, guys. His name is Nick Ortner. So check him out, Nick Ortner, and he's the one who did a tapping program, and he goes through how you do it. You can go on YouTube, take a screenshot of this, and then go and find him later on YouTube. Nick Ortner. So he runs through it. So I took notes on how he did it for you guys today. So you can go on YouTube and watch how he does it. And then you'll see how it will help you heal the physical body, unblock things that are trapped in your body. So really quickly, scan your physical body right now. Is there a place in your body where you feel pain? If you don't have any pain in your physical body, maybe you have issues at work with a colleague, or maybe you are having issues with your family members and it's trapping some sort of energy in the body, right? So what you do is hit all of these points a few times a day, okay? So here we go. I'm going to do it really quickly because I've got new people in the room. You're going to have to watch the replay if you want to, because I did it for a while. I went through all the points. So here we go really quickly for the four people that's just come back into the live. Find somewhere in your body where you feel uncomfortable. I said I'm going to use the whole body. My whole body just feels completely out of whack and out of alignment because of my life and my outside world. Let's say the body. So what you do is you start off with this. On a scale of 1 to 10, how is the pain? Say it to yourself. My body feels uncomfortable. On a scale of 1 to 10, 7. Right, let's get started. Even though I have all this stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all of this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all of this stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all of this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings. It is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all this stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all of this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings. It is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all of this stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all of this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings. It is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all of this stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all of this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all the stress from my body. Even though I have all this stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all of this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all of this stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I'm so relaxed right now, even though I have all this stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all of the stress, all is well. Anywhere, any points in the body that you need working on, tap there. Even though I have stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all the stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Under the bra. Even though I have all of this stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all of this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing stress from my body. Even though I have all this stress in my body, I choose to relax. I choose to relax. Even though I have all this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all this stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. You can also do this, guys. I forgot to tell you about that. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all of the stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Nearly there, guys. I didn't teach you this last week. I taught you a different one. Even though I have stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all of this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings, and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. And then you do under the breast and on the stomach. So what I actually taught you last week is tapping, but there's two ways of tapping. One to promote and unlock your meridian lines, but this one is to teach you how to get rid of physical pain, PTSD, fear, trauma, anxiety, depression. So it's completely different, Miss Lotus, from what I taught you last week. It was a tapping technique, but this week is completely different. It's so relaxing. So I had to show you. So do you remember when I was talking, for those of you who's just come into the room, I don't know if any of you ever heard of this woman called Turia Pitt. So this woman was burnt in a fire. and she lost everything. Her arms, she lost her fingers, everything. She had PTSD, trauma from burning in the fire. And her story was so all-inspiring that when I was watching her, she talked about the tapping method. Yes, I follow her. Isn't she amazing? She's so inspirational. They did the tapping method on her. So what Louise Hay says, just for everybody who's just come into the room, because she's the one who taught Nick how to do the tapping, and Nick Ortner ended up doing a documentary on tapping, was because everyone says, why are you saying, because Nick was going, even though I have excruciating chronic pain in my stomach, it's pissing me off, it's stressing me out, but I am safe in my body and all is well. I am happy and healed. Even though I have chronic pain in my stomach and it's pissing me off and it's uncomfortable, but I understand that it's there for a reason, and I am happy and I am healed. So you have to look at the problem. You got to get to the core of the issue. So in order to heal the core of the problem, you've got to look at it in the face. So that's the reason why. And everybody was like, so when they were interviewing Nick, they said to Nick, surely we're supposed to think positively. And surely we're supposed to say positive words of affirmation, not talk about, not say things like, why are you focusing on the problem, Nick? Why are we doing that? And then Louise Hay says, you want a clean house, you have to see the dirt. So and this is what I say to everybody when I'm on my live, purge it out of you. Get all your shit out, all your trauma, all your anxiety, all the worries, because that will be core to getting ill. So now I'm going to move past the tapping because I have 9.5 pages to go through. So I really hope you're lying comfortable in your bed or you're not at work, because I've got so much shit to go through. I'm going to tell you names of people that I highly recommend that you go and look into, because I don't just want you to take my words for facts, because I study and educate myself by books. So I've already said to you many times, those of you who've been following me for years, you know that I love Joe Dispenza. Becoming Supernatural. So I'm going to talk to you what Joe Dispenza said. I'm also going to talk about something I also would like you to check out. So Joe Dispenza, I would like you to check out Bruce Lipton and also Nick Ortner. Right. All of these people that I'm talking about, doctors, PhDs, all of this stuff, yeah? They know about... So Joe Dispenza got into a car accident. His whole, from the neck to all the way down to his hips. Oh, I just got that book. Love it. Look, I still got a lot to read, but there you go. That's how good the book is. It's going to take me maybe another year to get that. Yeah. It's so good. I was like, ooh, let me highlight that. Ooh, let me highlight that. Only to realize that it's like, look how much I should just highlight the whole fucking book. Look at that. It's like, oh, I need to highlight that. Oh, I need to highlight that. But my purpose for highlighting is when I die, my baby is going to read this book and she's going to know what to focus on. Because everything here is going to go to my baby. And when I die, I said to her, if you don't read all of my books, I'm going to haunt the shit out of you. And she's like, oh, Mum. And I'm like, no, I mean it. Because that will awaken every cell in your body and you'll start to figure things out quicker than anybody else. That was my one thing with my daughter. When I die, read all them books. And she's looking at them books going, it's a bit too much in here. And these are not the only books I got. I don't even have any room to put them anywhere. Okay, I'm going to... Go check him out on YouTube. In the words of Dr. Joe Dispenza, you're going to have to bear with me, guys. How to teach people to not get cancer and root causes of cancer. And FYI, cancer is not in the genes. That's a lie. Cancer is not in the genes. That's a lie. Epigenetics, is that what they call it? I've got books on quantum physics, epigenetics, all of this shit, DNA, genes. I've got books on all of this because I would love to know. I'm so interested to know. And cancer is not in the genes. What happens is it was a programming. It's a programming. Right. In the words of Dr. Joe Dispenza, I'm going to tell you something as well. I remember there was one time, I don't know if it was on TikTok or if it was on Instagram. I think it might have been on Instagram a couple of years ago. I was promoting Dr. Joe Dispenza's book. And all of a sudden, I got a notification that Joe Dispenza liked me promoting the book. And I thought it was a fake. And when I went onto the account, it was a blue tick and he had 5 million followers. And I realized that Mr. Joe Dispenza himself saw my profile and liked my and literally liked that I promoted his book. I was like, oh my God. I was going to my brother, oh my God, Dr. Joe Dispenza just liked my book. And he went, who the fuck is that? And I was like, oh, I'm talking to the wrong person here. Who do I tell? And it's like, I couldn't tell anybody because nobody knows who Dr. Joe Dispenza is apart from all the people who know, you know. It was so good. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God. That's a great thing I need to hear. Both my grandmother passed away of cancer. It is programming. So you hear it. Oh, it's in the blood. It's in the genes. It's hereditary. No, it fucking isn't. No, it isn't. And I've got Dr. Joe Dispenza and I've got all of these doctors and scientists and spiritual people who are scientists and doctors saying it is not in the genes. It's a programming. So when you grow up, you're going to hear from your mum, oh, yeah, grandma had cancer, I had cancer. So, you know, it's in the blood. Programming. You believe it. So your belief system is like, oh, you got cancer, so I'm going to have it. No one had cancer in my family. My brothers, no. Alzheimer and dementia is a part of your birth plan. It's a part of your birth plan. Those people who choose to have Alzheimer's and dementia, it's a part of their pre-birth plan. It wasn't because it's in the genes. It was just a part of your plan before you entered and incarnated into the physical world. Everything is pre-planned, including illness and the time you get it and your death. Not being able to have children, the loss of a child, splitting up from your person, breaking your foot, not being able to work, going blind. It's all a part of your pre-birth plan. It's not within the DNA strands. It just isn't. Let's get into it. Are you ready, guys? Because I've got a shitload of information that you're going to probably have to rewatch or take notes on so you can investigate it for yourself. I need you to take a screenshot of this so you ain't taking my word for it. I specifically took a screenshot on my mother's phone. People are like really upset with me because they're like, can you stop sending me fucking messages from mum's phone? Because it's like I'm getting messages from beyond the grave. And I'm like, sorry, but when I'm busy, I need to use mum's phone. All right, let me just flip the camera. Everyone, are you ready for a screenshot? Because I don't want to do this again. Everyone ready for a screenshot? So this is one. This is on Gaia. Go watch him. This is Lipton. Screenshot it. It's on Gaia. If you're able and you have Gaia, watch it, or you can try to watch him on YouTube. Okay, and then the second one that I want you to watch is Dr. Joe Dispenza. Take a screenshot of that one, please. Good. So watch those programs. It's on Gaia. Try and find it on YouTube if you can. But if you can't, this is why I've spent hours. I spent like 4 days writing all of this information for you guys who can't get Gaia yet, or who's not able to pay for Gaia yet. So on Prime. So I literally spent 2 days writing for you guys, and I think my writing's changed about 7 times because my hands was hurting me. I was like, oh, I've got to take that down. Oh, I've got to take this down. All right, so here we go. This is not my words. This is Dr. Joe Dispenza's words, okay? Anxiety and depression on a brain scan looks exactly the same. This is what he says. Anxiety is when you are knocked out of balance and when you activate the stress response hormones, okay? And when the stress response is turned on, we mobilize enormous amounts of energy in the body, resources, for some threat in the external environment, and turn on the fight and flight nervous system. Everyone get that so far? We good? Give me a thumbs up. If you didn't hear it, I'll repeat it again, but there's so much shit that I've got to talk about. All right. So if depression and anxiety are the same, it will trigger and activate stress responses, and it will turn those stress responses is now turned on, and you mobilize enormous amounts of energy in the body, resources for some threat in the external environment, and then we turn on the fight and flight system. I'm trying to save you from cancer, from arthritis, from, not me, Dr. Joe Dispenza, I'm just helping him out. So when we begin to mobilize all of that energy, that of course gives the body a rush of adrenaline, and the fear or the anger, aggression, or pain or sadness that's created from a long-term effect that tends to become a little bit addictive. Now, I understood what he meant when he said that sadness, pain, aggression, that happened a long time ago becomes addictive. And that is so true. And a lot of people don't know that they're addicted to this scenario. This is what we are programmed. We know this. We know how to deal with a fight and flight situation because we've been in it since we were young. We've always had to take care of ourselves if we fall over. So for people now that don't know this, it becomes an addiction. Like you become addicted to these emotions, connected to people, a problem, the life. So they use people and problems in their life to reaffirm an addiction to some emotion that they had, that they didn't even know that they have. And if you don't like your life, they become addicted to the life that they don't even like, because you keep replaying and reaffirming everything that happened in the past. So you replay the same scenario of the past into the present moment, which is creating your situations. This is what I say, but in schoolgirl way, but he's saying it in scientific way. So again, reaffirming an addiction to some emotion that you didn't even know that you had. If you don't like your life, you become addicted to the life that you don't even like. So just like an addict, that's addicted to some sort of substance, when you break that addiction, of course, there is withdrawals. You'll start having images, cravings, and that's exactly what the brain does when it goes through emotional withdrawal. That makes sense, right? So if a person has a trauma in their life and it brings them emotionally to the moment of that, that moment of fear, you start to change your internal chemistry. So when everything is all connected, the past, the present, and the future. Something from the past will happen. It triggers something inside the body energy, an emotion, a thought, a feeling. You get into that fight and flight energy, and then it changes the internal chemistry. So we need to pay attention to what causes, what's causing in it our external environment. So what Dr. Joe DISPENZA was saying is that he was starting to realize that it's the external environment creating internal problems. So if we are in a home which is full of stress, drama, trauma, pain, anxiety, fear, violence, it changes our DNA, doesn't it? It changes our energy field, doesn't it? It makes us go into fight and flight mode. So we are triggering the nervous system to go into fight and flight mode. So external environment. The brain takes a snapshot of the problem. It's called a memory, right? So the brain takes a snapshot. That's called a memory. The higher the emotion quotation, the stronger the long-term memory. Can we agree with that? So I remember when Daniel beat the shit out. Oh, I said his name. I shouldn't have. I remember when Daniel beat the shit out of me. I remember that. What I go into a relationship, I start seeing traits of this man, the same as the guy, this person that hurt me, D, I'm going to call him D, and it's too late now, whatever, word is out. There's so many Daniels in the world anyway. So he beats the crap out of me. I take a snapshot of that memory, and every time I have a snapshot of that memory, it comes up in my brain, it triggers an emotion. It fires and wires an emotion. It triggers a feeling. So I now think, or my body thinks, that I'm in that scenario, even though scenario is not here. It was all them years ago, but I've thought about it. It's triggering an emotion within me, even though I don't need to be in fight and flight mode, but now I am being triggered by a thought, a feeling, an emotion that happened 25 years ago, and I'm in fight and flight mode, ready for the next battle. That's basically what Joe DISPENZA was trying to say. So the higher the emotion quotation, the stronger the long-term memory. There's nothing wrong with that, except that when you're in survival and we're living in stress, we tend to anticipate that scenario that happened in the past happening somewhere again in the future. And we actually plan for it unconsciously. I was like, I need to tell my people this. I need to tell my people it's the programming. So when we focus, or when you've been implanted as a teenager that your auntie and your grandma before that had cancer, you're now going to think it's in the genes. When it isn't in the genes, it's just an imprint. It's just been planted into your DNA, which is not actually real. It's not real. It's fake. It's not real. It's not. You don't have the cancer gene. It might have been triggered by your environmental energy, by the food that you eat. Yeah. And where is the cancer? Because there's different cancer. Is cancer in your breast? You got heartache and heart pain that you haven't dealt with? You still brokenhearted about somebody that left you for another woman? You know, because cancer can be stored up in the breast, because the breast is next to the heart. The heart creates cancer. So ask yourself that. So there is nothing wrong with that. But again, living in stress, we tend to anticipate scenarios happening again in the future, and we actually plan it unconsciously. And we begin to select a future potential, and we begin to emotionally embrace that outcome. So if our outcome and what we're thinking about is we're going to get hurt again, someone's going to cheat on me, I'm going to get into a violent relationship, you're consciously creating something for your future. And you're embracing this outcome like it's real, like it's true to you, because our beliefs is so fucking powerful. If you believe you're ill, then you're ill. If you believe you're going to die because the doctor said you're going to die in 3 months, then you're going to die. Your belief system is yours. And if you relinquish your power in your belief system and you give it to somebody else's energy, somebody else's hands, you're done for. So, now here's the challenge, Dr. Joe Dispenza says. When you combine the thought with an emotion, and I say this in the dulled down way, when you think it, when you feel it, when you say it, it manifests and co-create it. That's how I say it. But this is a doctor, a scientific, spiritual doctor, telling you that he's done all tests for thousands of people all over the world on paper, showing you the effects of the power of the brain, the power of the connection between the brains and everything, the emotions, the spirit, the soul, the physical body in alignment. The power that you will unlock within you is that will make you superhuman, becoming supernatural. Crazy, innit? So the challenge is, when you combine a thought with an emotion, you're creating a state of being. When you combine a thought with an emotion, you create a state of being. Because thoughts, I love this line, write it down. Thoughts are the vocabulary of the brain, and feelings are the vocabulary of the body. And you think, how you think and how you feel creates your state of being, correct? We can agree on that, right? So the combination of selecting the worst case scenario in your life and then emotionally embracing it is turning on the stress responses just by thought alone. Be careful of what you think, be careful of what you say, be careful of what you're doing, because you're co-creating it, whether you realize it or not, you are. Now, when you turn on the stress response, you can't turn it off now. That is when the body heads for disease. When you turn on the stress response and you're trying to turn it off in your mind, self-sabotage, self-damaging, correct. What you're doing is you're creating a dis-ease in the body, disease. Because no organism can live in emergency mode for extended periods of time. So when you're in fight and flight mode, you're in fight and flight mode every fucking day. Every day you're in fight and flight mode. Oh, I've got to go work tomorrow and I've got to deal with that dickhead at the cubicle next to me. He would be the saber-toothed tiger chasing you. So you have to be in fight and flight mode every fucking day. You know, your kids are going to come back from school. What are they going to stress you out about now? What problem is fight and flight mode? Whatever small or big this thing is, Dr. Joe Dispenza said, no organism can live in emergency mode for extended periods of time. If you're tapping the body, if you're tapping into the body's resources for some external threat, like the colleague at work, yeah, for some external threat, Where am I? I lost my place. It was getting good. Oh, for short term fight and flight energy, that's okay. That's great. But because when the stress is over, the body returns back into homeostasis, and of course the body builds resources again. But when you're in fight and flight mode, waiting for the next problem, and you're burning out your energy fuels by worrying about something in your external world that's probably not even there, then you're killing yourself softly, basically. But if you keep on turning on the stress responses and you can't turn it off, you're mobilizing all of this energy for some threat in your external environment. That means there's no energy left in your internal environment for growth and repair. But I loved how Bruce Lipton put it. So I'm going to read what he said as well, but we're coming into his page later on. There is no energy for the long-term building project. Just like it's like there is a war out there and you're sending out all the troops, yeah? But there's no homeland security. So you're sending out all the troops for this external problem, but then the external part of you is now protected. But what about your internal world? What about the internal world? Where are your troops for the insides, for your internal battle? You don't have them anymore because you've sent them out into the ether. You sent them out ready for the next threat, ready for the next fight. Does that make sense, guys? So this is how he put it. So when you're in fight and flight mode, like there is a war out there in your external world, you're sending all the troops out there, but there's no homeland security to take care, hierarchy to take care of self. So as the stress hormone goes up, you send out all the troops for external problems, even though there's no external problems coming your way, or you're co-creating external problems. So you're sending out the troops. So your nervous system is in fight and flight mode. Your immune system goes down. Your immune function, you've missed a lot. Your immune system, you're going to have to watch the replay when I post it up. So when the stress hormones go up, your immune functions go down. And this is a fact. When that happens, melatonin levels go down, which means you're not going to want to sleep because there's a predator out there. There's a saber-toothed tiger out there. And we feel vulnerable. So we're not going to go to sleep in the middle of the night. We have to stay awake for that external threat. So you go into survival gene. So your survival gene switches on and we get into trouble because we're waiting for the predator or the saber-toothed tiger to come into the cave, whether it's in the cave or out the cave. You are ready for this. You have to be on guard. And back in the days when we were, people that lived in caves, it's okay to go into fight and flight mode. But the problem with humanity nowadays is that we're in continuous fight and flight energy. We are continuing to fire and wire the stress hormones, and we are not having anything left inside of us to heal the inside because we're sending all this energy out, basically. So this was highly adaptive thousands of years ago, like I said, when you were a caveman and you were trying to protect yourself and your family from the saber-toothed tiger. But there ain't no fucking saber-toothed tiger here right now, right? The only tiger or the saber-toothed tiger is your colleague that you can't stand, or your boss that you can't stand, and you go into fight and flight mode when you look at that person's face and you want to knock them out. That's you going into fight and flight mode and using all your energy to get into that. You're staying in that mode of, burning all this fuel in, or that man. But what if you're, like I said, but say it's not the saber-toothed tiger and it is your co-worker just sitting in the next cubicle next to you, who you resent and who you despise. That primitive nervous system that was once adaptive back in the day is now very maladaptive. But if we turn on the stress response just by thought alone, then as we begin to select that future worst case scenario, and by the way, let's make it even worse. Let's make this scenario of our future even worse, because we're already pre-planning through our thoughts and our emotions what could a potential outcome be in the future, thus actually manifesting it and co-creating it, like I've always said, but he's put it in a scientific way. Let's make the situation worse, the scenario that you got in your head. What happened if this goes wrong? What happened if that goes wrong? I'm going to probably make it worse. What happens if that happens? Then you start to develop a model. And as we hold this image in our mind of what's going to happen or what could potentially happen, the body is the unconscious mind. Hi, Reno. So if the body is the unconscious mind and begins to believe it's living in the future reality in the present moment, the body is getting knocked out of balance by thought alone, because it doesn't know the difference between the experience in our life that produces the emotions and the emotions that will create by thought alone. Does that make sense? Because that made so much sense to me when he was saying it. The body becomes the unconscious mind. Your body is already being pre-programmed for a problem somewhere in the future that doesn't even exist yet. It's not even here. It may not ever exist. But you go into that mind because it's a programming. My mum had cancer. I programmed into my body. My body is now the unconscious mind. So because my parents are saying that my grandma, my great-grandma, my aunties and aunties have died of cancer, I'm surely to get cancer. So you have programmed your state of being that you are going to have cancer because you have already programmed your body. Did you know that you program your body from the ages of 0 to 7 years old? You're in theta brainwaves, meaning you're in child mode, fantasy, seeing everything that other people can't see. So it's really important from the ages of 7 that what you program your children is going to be the outcome of who they're going to be later on in life. So program them well with love and butterflies and fairies and meditation and tapping. Teach your grandchildren tapping if you have grandchildren. Teach them now. So Dr. Joe Dispenza also says, so the body is the unconscious mind, and it's beginning to believe it's living in that future reality in this present moment, and the body doesn't know. The body's going to be locked out of balance because the body doesn't know from what's going on, if it's in the future or if it's in the past. The body is just the body feeling all the feelings. So your body doesn't actually know whether it's in the past, present or future. It's just going by the emotions and the feelings that you're putting into it. This is why I always say, careful what you think, careful of what you say, careful of what you do, because you are affecting your body that's holding your soul. You're affecting the body, the vehicle that is holding your soul. So Dr. Joe Dispenza also says, between the experience in our life that we produce these emotions that's created by the thought alone, and to the body, it's exactly the same. We all have choices that we have to make. If you're not 100% sure going into a situation, CJ, you have to listen to your body, because your body is a wonderful compass. And I'll tell you something as well. Did you know that the ears are feminine, the eyes are masculine? And did you know that the first thing that we would ever experience in our mother's stomach is not seeing, is hearing? That's why I say you can be fooled by what you see. Sometimes you can be fooled by what you hear, but you can never be fooled by what you feel. So listen to your body. My children and I are back together. I never wanted him again. Okay, if it doesn't make you feel right or good, it's not meant for you. So the unconscious, the programming, we are programmed, and we have to unprogram the program. The death of the old you, then the birth of the new you. So, okay, so the body's knocked out of balance by the thought alone, because it doesn't know the difference between the experience in our life that we produce, the emotion, and the emotion that we create is by the thought alone. That's so true. You think of a thought and it makes you feel a certain type of way, isn't it? So if we think of sadness, our body will go into that. It's like a default energy, and then we'll start to feel that sadness, and then all of these images come back into our head, and we remember all the sadness that happened in the past, and it creates a trigger, creating a disease. To the body, it's exactly the same. So the redundancy of holding that thought combined with the emotion, creating a state of being over and over and over again, conditions the body, subconsciously becoming the mind of fear. We have programmed our body without realizing it to be in fight and flight, to be in fear. We're in fear of the past. We're in fear of what could potentially happen in the future. Programming. So now it's programmed, the body. So now it's programmed subconsciously, shall I say. So the anxiety is selecting the worst case scenario in your life and emotionally embracing that scenario, the not so good one, until we condition the body to become the mind of fear. And if we get really good at conditioning the body to be the mind of fear, the body will have a panic attack without you. Put your hands up if you've experienced a panic attack. You don't have to be doing anything specific. You could be getting on the train and out of nowhere, your body is not connected to your mind and you have a fucking panic attack. Because you've pre-programmed your body to be in fight and flight mode. Stress response. You're not supposed to be in that energy for too long. It burns out your energy. You're wasting all your energy for nothing. So Dr. Joe DISPENZA says, without your permission, your body will start to have a panic attack without you. Try as you may to control it with your mind and your conscious mind. You can't do it because your body is saying, oh, I'm sorry, Anna, but you've subconsciously programmed me to be this way. Then it creates an illness, isn't it? Anxiety and depression are the same. I did say this in the beginning of this. On the flip side, we're going to talk about, because anxiety and depression are more or less the same thing, really. When you look at it through a microscope, you can see that anxiety and depression is under the same family, realistically. But let's do the flip side of the coin. A person is depressed. Has had a turbulent past, some sort of a shock, a cheating, a betrayal in some way. And of course, when you try to create that long-term memory, they're associating some person, something, or some place, some time with an event. And so what they don't know is that after the trauma or the betrayal, they're remembering the experience or thinking about it, or the event or the experience, the event, the experience, they're remembering the experience or thinking about it. They're producing the same chemistry in the brain and the body as if the event is occurring now. Now, the body is the unconscious mind and is believing in and is believing that it's in the past. So when you have a memory, the body doesn't know whether it's past, present, or future. It just goes by the feelings, because what did I say earlier? Thoughts are the vocabulary of the brain. Feelings are the vocabulary of the body. So feelings are the vocabulary of the body. You create a thought. The thought turns into a feeling. It's a traumatizing feeling. It's a deception. It's a betrayal. The body has no fucking idea if it's past, present, or future. It just knows what it feels. Even if it's not happening to you, there isn't a saber-toothed tiger trying to attack you, but you have a thought that turned into emotion. Now your body's gone into fight and flight, and you don't even know, and you've unconditioned yourself to program yourself this way, and then you have anxiety attack and you don't know what's going on. How scary is that we did it to ourselves? How scary is that? That scares me, man. So, a turbulent past, the shock, the betrayal, snapshots. We're experiencing that thing that happened 25 years ago right now in this moment. And because feelings are the body of the language, our body doesn't know whether we're in that situation or not, because the thoughts send a signal to the body, and now the body is again in fight and flight mode. And we are just burning out all of this fuel. Hi, Ellie. Producing the same chemistry in the brain and the body as if the event was occurring now. And the body is the unconscious mind, and it is believing that it is somewhere in the past scenario. So 100 times, 50 to 100 times this scenario, we're going through this energy. We're going through this energy, these thoughts, these emotions, 150 to 100 times a day. All the trauma, all the sadness, all the things that happened in the past, all the people that hurt us, all the people that died, all the illnesses and ailments that we carry on in our body. We think about this 24/7. No wonder we're in fight and flight mode. No wonder we're ill. No wonder we have ill health. No wonder we have to pop the pills. No wonder we have anxiety, depression, because we did it to ourselves. If those emotions tend to drive our thoughts, and our thoughts then produce more of those emotions, and our emotions drive more of the thoughts, now the repetition of this cycle conditions the body to become the mind of depression. That made sense to me. Does that make sense to you? Give me 1 second. When I was listening to Dr. Joe Dispenza talking about all of this stuff, I became a little bit pissed off at myself. I was like, are you telling me that I co-created all this? I already knew all of this anyway. This is something that I was programmed when I died and I came back. But I love that Dr. Joe Dispenza, who is a doctor, who broke his neck all the way down to his back, told him he'll never walk again, told him he was going to be handicapped. After 10 weeks, He got out of the hospital. They told him he'll never walk again. He'll never have the wheel. He'll be in a wheelchair. He'll be handicapped. They told him to sell his practice because he's a doctor. Dr. Joe Dispenza, because he's a doctor. Sell your practice. You'll never be able to work again. You're going to be handicapped. You're going to need a lot of help. And he was like, I'm not giving you my power. He said that the bones in his back from the head all the way down to his spine was crystallized. How the fuck do you fix crystallized bone? I don't think you can. But what he did, because he's a doctor, he saw all of those bones. He knew the names of the bones, and he visualized through meditation, calm. If the body can heal itself, as a doctor, I already know that the body can put itself together, then surely my internal world can heal the body and stitch itself back together. So he thought, I'm going to show these people that I'm going to perform a miracle on myself. So 10 weeks he left the hospital. I think it was 10 weeks, he said. 10 weeks. I'm going to tell you a story after I read what Joe Dispenza said. And I will show you again what you need to watch. So I'll show you the picture that I took, when to go on Gaia, and what to watch. So let's carry on with this, yeah? And the reason why I'm reading this, and the reason why I needed to write all of this information, because I know some of you don't have access to Gaia. So, if those emotions tend to drive our thoughts, and our thoughts then produce more of the emotions, and our emotions drive more thoughts, now the repetition of the cycle conditions the body to becoming the mind of depression, or hopelessness, or powerlessness. So now the body is stuck in the past, and the person want to get up and do something about it, but the body says, you conditioned me to be this way. And of course, our biology, our circuitry, our chemistry, even our genes will change as result of it. They said with my son, they said by the time he turns 16, he'll be confined to a wheelchair. No, he isn't. I bet you he isn't. The doctors don't have the power. They are great. And I'm going to go through what they're good for. And I love my doctors for what they did, like major surgery. Yes. Like me having heart condition. Yes. A broken bone surgery. Yes. And he's 41 now and he's still walking. That's what I mean. Don't relinquish your power. Your belief system is really, really important. What is the first thing that we do when we don't feel well? Go to the doctors. The doctor didn't even call you, but automatically we've been programmed to go to the doctors, not to sit and meditate and try to heal your bloody self, but go to the doctors and spend grands upon that person so they can give you medicine. Go to the doctors. Yeah? I've got to pay the insurance, my health insurance, because I went to the doctors to find out all I had was a fucking panic attack, and now I'm $500 out. Sit, breathe, relax, align your shit together. Go back into that peaceful state of energy so you don't have to waste $500 telling the doctor for the doctor to go to you. Oh, you just had a panic attack, but you're fine. Here, pop a few pills, yeah, so you can sleep at night. We'll be good. You're good to go. And you're like, all right, okay, yeah. And it's like, no, no. If you got a broken hip, go to the doctors, fine, I guess do that then, yeah. Open heart surgery, there's no way out for me, but I don't feel like there was no way out I believe that we can heal our body from all ailments that come to us. I don't care if it's a broken back. Look at Dr. Joe Dispenza, man. They probably gave him a few painkillers because he must have been in excruciating pain. They were supposed to stick some rods up his back, but they didn't even have to do that. So when we are thinking or feeling a certain way, of course, our biology, our circulatory system, our chemistry, and our genes change as the result of our thoughts. So then the fact that we can turn on the stress response by thoughts alone is just scientific fact. That the long-term effect of the hormones of stress will down-regulate the gene and create the disease. Down-regulate the gene. When you're in fight and flight mode and you turn your stress responses on, you're going to create a disease in the body. It doesn't matter what disease it is. It could be cancer. It could be, I don't know, diabetes, whatever. It's a trigger in some way, right? So it will down-regulate the genes to create disease. Then by the very nature of those chemicals, our thoughts can make us sick. So then the question is, if our thoughts can make us sick, is it possible then that our thoughts can also make us well? That is the fundamental question that Dr. Joe Dispenza wanted to answer by testing thousands of people around the world, and only to find out that people who's had cancer, oh my God. So that is the question that needs to be asked. Because there's so many people out there that have been conditioned and hypnotized to believe that they need something outside of them to change how they feel inside. A medicine, medication, treatment, chronic disease. Got to go and get my treatment because I've got chronic disease. Made to believe by the powers that be to make us feel that it's something from the external world that we need in order for us to heal and get better. Isn't that programming or not? It's bloody programming, isn't it? So, give me 1 second. I need to put my fan on the phone. It's getting hot. Sorry if this interrupts you guys, but I do need to keep my phone cool. Years of programming. Between the ages of 0 and 7, we already being programmed. Can you still hear me, guys? Okay. Dr. Joe Dispenza says he doesn't have an issue with pharmaceuticals. He doesn't have an issue with like medicine. And he thinks it does work for acute condition. This is what Dr. Joe Dispenza says. Like if somebody breaks an arm or you have appendicitis, acute care is great. But like chronic conditions, tend to be very challenging. So chronic conditions tend to be challenging, and it requires a change of lifestyle. And there is a chemical change that's going on that is going to interfere to reduce the chronic condition. A person has to begin to make different choices, different behaviors, and create different experiences, and changing the way that they think. When you have a chronic disease, that's a change of your external world. The way that you feel, and the way that you feel requires you to become conscious of the unconscious. So the chronic stress, chronic conditioning that requires a lifestyle change means then that person is going to have to go from an old state of mind and body to a new state of mind and body, meaning you've got to death the old you to give birth to the new you. Your old ways of thinking is not going to work anymore for healing. So making a choice to do this is going to be the most uncomfortable and the most hardest thing to do, Dr. Joe Dispenza says, because you're stepping outside the known into the unknown. And what do I always say about the unknown? I love the unknown. You never know what you're going to find in the unknown. It's an adventure. Love the unknown. So when you step out of who you are, getting rid of your old belief system, being in fight and flight mode, stress responses are on because you think there's some sort of an attack coming your way, either by a saber-toothed tiger, which is not happening, or your colleague that you can't stand across the way. We don't need to be in that energy. It just makes us ill, unwell. So he said that when you choose 100%, that's why I love tarot. So stepping out of the old you to go into the new you is so uncomfortable. You literally have to death the old part of you and step into the unknown. Because we're stepping out of the unknown and we're living in stress and the unknown, it is a very scary place to be. So people cling to their fear and cling to their guilt and cling to their sadness, and would rather hold on to that than take a chance of possibly really healing self when you step into the unknown. In survival or in stress, we create negativity always. When you're in stress mode, when you're in stress response, you think about the worst case scenario all the time. When you are in stress, when you're angry, when you're upset, when you're frustrated, when you feel like your body is down regulated, when you feel like the flow is not going right, this is not the time to create. It is not the time to imagine of the great stuff because your energy isn't believing it. So this is not the time to learn. This is not the time to, open your heart. And this is not a time to go within. This is not a time to sit still. It's a time to go into fight and flight mode. But remember, when you are in fight and flight mode, you're activating the stress responses, which burns your energy out. You sent out all the troops because you think there's something that's going to go wrong in your external environment, and there's no homeland security taking over your internal world. So remember that. When that prime nervous system is activated, and switches on for an extended periods of time, the very nature of those chemicals cause us to put a lot of attention on our body. When you're being chased by that saber-toothed tiger, you better make sure that you're sending all that energy to your body, because when in survival situation, all your attention is on the outside world. The danger is the person, thing, or place that you focus is what matters. So putting attention in your outer world or environment, and when you're living in the hormones of stress, our attention is on time. We're obsessed with time. We're worrying about time. And when you are in that stress energy because you're worried about your outside environment, and it creates that stress hormones to be activated, you are too busy focusing on the external world. No one is manning the internal world. So those are the things that Dr. Joe Dispenza was saying. But then I flipped onto another program after Dr. Joe Dispenza. And then I saw Bruce Lipton. And I love him too, just as much as Dr. Joe Dispenza. And you can find him on Gaia, because these men are just fucking amazing. These guys are amazing. So let me tell you how Dr. Lipton put it. Now, it is amazing. I love the way Dr. Joe put it, Dispenza put it, and I love the way Lipton put it. So this is what he says. Fear, whatever aspect of fear, puts your energy into protective, fight and flight mode. When you're in fight and flight mode, what is the first thing you think about in fight and flight mode? All the blood, this is what Lipton says, all the blood rushes to your arms, fight. All the blood rushes to your feet, flight. Imagine all that energy that we're burning out because something that happened in the external world. Fear of potentially getting cancer in the future because it runs in my bloodline. Fear of getting out. It's not, cancer is not in the gene. It's not. Because he was talking about how they did tests and people that he said, I think it was about 67% of the population of women whose family line who had breast cancer, 67% or 70 something percent of the women who supposed to have had never ever had cancer, was never ever diagnosed with it. It didn't even go into their energy field. Do you know why? Because they had happy lives. So blood goes to the arms and the legs. You release a stress hormone. When the body causes when the blood courses through the body, it causes the gut to contract. Yeah, you will contract, and you shut the energy down. You shut your body down. So the flood of blood is going through your arms and through your legs because you're in fight and flight mode. It's in the biology, right? In fear, you shut down and you stop the growth. Cells die in our body every single day. And there are two protective systems. Two protective systems in the body. So the adrenal system, fight and flight mode, protects yourself from the lion. And then there's the immune system. So there's the adrenal system, which triggers the fight and flight to protect you from the saber-toothed tiger, from the colleague at work. And then the immune system is the second one. The immune system is the one that protects you from the internal threat. So now, let me paint a picture for you. But you already know this. If there's external threat, and we see the external threat, and then we are in fight and flight mode, we have no energy for internal threat. Because when we're stressed out, arguing, fighting, stressed out about this, that, and the other, we have PTSD because we have to go and do this, that, and the other. Nothing internally, there's no energy left to take care of us internally because we're too busy we've activated the stress hormone to fight and flight in the physical world. So we have nothing internally to take care of us. That's why we get sick, because we're too busy focusing on the problem in our external world, the job, the kids, the whatever the fuck it is. We're too busy focusing on all that shit to take care of our own physical bodies, right? Our internal body. So you got the adrenal system, and then you got the immune system. Immune system is really important. Takes care of us. Takes care of the body. It fights all the bacteria, you name it. So if a lion is chasing you and you have, say, for example, a bacterial infection that causes you to have diarrhea, how much energy are you going to put fighting the bacteria? And how much energy are you going to put running from the lion? I think we're not going to really focus on the bacterial infection or you shitting in your pants. You're just going to be running from the fucking lion while you're shitting in your pants, because that's not what you're going to be focusing on. So could you imagine how much fuel you're burning when you've got diarrhea or a bacterial infection and you're still running from the lion? You are just using all your resources in your physical body. You put the energy into running away from the lion, because when the lion catches up with you anyway, you're going to be chewed to death and you're not going to worry about your fucking bacterial infection anyway, are you? Because you're going to be eaten by the lion, so who gives a shit about that? So when in fear, the stress hormones shut down. So when in fear, the stress hormones shut down the immune system, which we know. okay? Our immune system is responsible for preventing ailments, illness, cancer. Everyday people can produce they say everyday people can produce cancer cells, but a healthy immune system will always get rid of it. All it has to do is be triggered. I will be teaching tarot on Monday. It's not hereditary. That's a big mistake. That's a lie. Cancer is not hereditary. It's a program. That was a part of the program. And your belief system took that to be Bible, facts, but it's bullshit. The immune system is suppressed when we're in stress or in fear. It causes the energy that we use. It is so great that it will interfere with healing, and we avoid. It's like we avoid. I don't know how. So I'm just giving you words from Lipton and Dr. Joe Dispenza. Fear. So when you're in fight and flight mode, when you're sick and you can't even get out of bed, the immune system is using a lot of energy. You can't get out of bed, you're tired, your immune system is completely burnt out, you haven't given everything what it needs, you were too busy focusing on the external world, so now you've made yourself sick. That's why it's really important not to absorb all of everybody's rubbish. Fear is driving the health crisis that we have on this planet today. So we are being bombarded, yeah, and we are being programmed and hypnotized. This is what Lipton says, by social media, government, religion. A person is sick, the first thing they do is, I have to go to the doctor. I have to go to the doctor. So you put yourself and your future in the doctor's hands. And then the doctor says to you, you've got a terminal illness that can never be healed. You've just relinquished your power. So what you hear, what you see, and what you are looking at and what you choose to absorb is going to create your state of being. So if a doctor says you're going to die in 3 months because you got cancer and it's spread everywhere, you're going to take that for Bible. That's true. I've got cancer. It's gone everywhere. I'm going to die in 3 months. Or you could say, give me 2 months. I'm not going to do no treatment. I'll see you in 3 months. And then you go off and you go to the Himalayan mountains. You stay at home and you meditate. We are being programmed by society, by the government, by religion that we need them. That we need to take the tablet in order to get better. That we need to go see that doctor and pay you, £1,000 of my wages for you to diagnose me with something I can heal myself from. Even cancer. We put our lives and our future in the doctor's hands. And what they say we believe, when we take it for Bible. They give you a diagnosis, you believe it's true, that means you've given your power to these people. I know, that's why I watch Friends all the time. I like to watch shows which brings up joy juice in my body, because joy juice and laughing my head off creates a pheromone in my body that will heal my nervous system, that will heal the meridian lines of my body. Like my siblings always go, why are you always watching Friends? You always got it on replay. Because I love it. It makes me laugh. I feel like I'm a part of their crew. It makes me feel good. Like, I'm not bothering you by watching Friends. Go watch your horror movie. Leave me alone. Like, it's okay. What I do has got nothing to do with you. Let me be. The media, the government, the military are keeping people, they're always keeping us on edge by the shit that they show us on TV. Big Bang Theory, yeah. So they put stuff on the TV, on media, and we fucking believe it. We just give them power. We give them so much power. The media, they put us on edge, and every day that creates a dip in our stress hormones. Why do you think I don't watch the news? Because when I watch the news, it creates a dip in my stress hormones. It's activating that stress hormones. So I don't watch news and I don't listen to politics. I don't care about those things. I want to know what you've done today. What was good in your life? What made you laugh? Did you have some fun? I don't want to hear about a war across the world that I can't do anything about. But I will pray for that if I hear it. I'll pray for those people out there. So what Lipton said, Bruce Lipton said was, they're constantly, the powers that be, the government, the military, they're trying to suppress and feed us negative energy to create the narrative for our own lives, our own personal lives, that we need them in case we're all going to die and there's going to be attack on the world and this country is going to attack us and oh my God. They want to implement fear because that gives them power over you to listen to them. So I don't watch this shit. Constantly suppressing us, and we buy into the fear because of what we see and what we fucking hear. That's my favorite program. Be afraid, people. Be very afraid. Apparently, one of the prime ministers said that in the USA. One of the presidents. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Was it Bill Clinton? I can't remember. Be afraid. Be very afraid. And apparently, he said this 3 days in a row. Then what did everyone do when he implemented that fear on them? Everybody shut up shop. The life went frozen. Everybody went still. Nobody went into work because the fucking prime minister in the USA was saying, be afraid, be very afraid. We've been bombed and we've been attacked and we don't know who the enemy is. And it's like everybody was afraid. Be careful when you're in power of the words that you speak because you could influence people in a bad way. So when he realized that his stupid speech of be afraid, be very afraid, when he realized what he had done, 3 days later, he had to go back on the news and he had to say, okay, guys, we are empowered. We are the USA and we're going to be okay. And we can still open up shop, but we still have to be prepared for this. It's like he's trying to implement positivity with negativity. And those two energies don't fit in one world. You got to be one or the other. So Lipton also says, be afraid of this person, that person, this culture, this religion, and it turns you against yourself because I am you and you are me. So that creates that war energy. We are being programmed. This weakens us. Fear and growth does what? Fear and growth will hinder, block our DNA. We are our gut tightens. We're in fear again. We've got the stress hormones activated because we're listening to the news. So you need to get out of that current belief system and you need to create a whole new belief system for yourself to operate from. By stopping the old behaviors, by moving into new realms, the major bridge is that what we can take from this is when you are in flight and fight or you're in fear mode or you're being influenced by news and social media and everyone else, is that we get into victim mentality. And when you get into victim mentality, you create that world that we live in. And imagine if all of us are watching the news and we think we're going to be victims of war or a bomb. We create that reality. This is why I always say, from your corner of the world, make sure that you are creating an amazing life. Just your life alone ripples out energy like a pebble in the water in a lake. It ripples out to everybody. When you're happy, that ripple effect ripples out onto me and to everyone around me. So in your corner of the world, be that ripple effect that is love and blessing and laughter and healing. Those powers that be will make us feel vulnerable and frail and disempowered. We have to get our power back. We are evolving in ways that the powers that be don't like. We have to take our power back. You are the one in control. He also puts it like this. Let's just say, for example, and this is a great example of how our DNA structure changes. Let's just say life is so shit. Everything is shit. My job is shit. Don't like my family. Everything is just all shit. Let's just say, put it like that. And then the next day, you bump into somebody, and this person is completely into you. You are just completely mesmerized by this person. This person completely mesmerized by you. You've now just triggered some sort of love pheromone in the body, and you're really excited. You go into work. You remember your work is shit. Your work environment is shit. You don't like the person that you're working with. You're at home. It's all dulled down. But the next day you meet somebody, and then all of a sudden you see birds and bees. The work energy is all of a sudden, hi guys, how's everybody doing today? And they're looking at you, think, what the fuck? But all you can see is butterflies and robins, and you can hear that love song in your head because you're in love energy. Do you see how quickly we can change our frequency just by focusing or putting our attention or meeting somebody that matches your frequency? So yesterday my life was shit. I've met somebody that I just fell in love with. I'm now walking in the rainbow and walking in roses and daisies, and I'm singing along, and my work life isn't so bad because I'm so in love. I'm going to see my partner, and life is not actually that bad. When you're in the love energy, you actually heal. That's why you should love as much as you can. Changing the attitude. I go in like that every morning to work, but it doesn't take long for, yeah, I hear you, the chit chat to bring me down. That's why it's important to white light your ass before you get into work. This is what I say to everybody. Make sure you white light your energy before you go to work. So that was a great thing that Lipton was talking about. Two different worlds. According to your belief system, heaven on earth when you're in love, daisies, butterflies, birds and the bees. Why do birds suddenly appear? Even though your work is so shit and you're really miserable the other day, and now all of a sudden, every time you are near. It's like two different worlds. Yesterday I was fucking miserable, and today I'm amazed because I'm in love. It's like you can change your belief system. You can do whatever you want in your life. Change your belief system and don't relinquish your power. So originally, we are disempowered by religion. Now, let me tell you about this part. It's amazing when Lipton was talking about it. Originally, we are disempowered by religion because they say that you're not able to communicate with God. So like confession, for example, you are separate from God, and the only way to connect to God is through us as the church. We are the ones who will communicate to God for you. So when you go into confession, you go, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. My last confession was 3 weeks ago. Why can't you just do that on your own? Just go, God, forgive me. I have sinned. This is what I did. You already know because you're watching me from above. I just wanted to confess it and I hope you can forgive me. You don't need a middleman to connect to God. So originally we were being disempowered by the church. The church says we'll be through us. You can communicate with God. And then in order for your prayers to reach God, you need to give an offering, a tithe. You remember that? I remember I go to church and they'll put out the basket and it's like, I'm looking at the priest and the priest has got a fucking Valentino or a Armani suit on. And I'm like, this ain't going to no church. This is going into your pocket, bruv. I don't even try it. I know what you're doing. And then we're all there going, oh, we're giving to the church and to the poor people. But really, we're putting money into the pockets of the church. These people who are kind of sometimes corrupt, not going to lie. And the church says you can only communicate with God through us, but you need to give us some money and give us some tithe, please. Yeah. Payment, invest in the church because, we are your people and you have to give us money in order for your prayers to get to God, and give whatever you can. But no one is ever disconnected from the creator. It's not possible. That creator is is within us. We're all pieces of the creator. From biology standpoint, no one needs to come in between us and the creator, nor should we be influenced by somebody else or religion or somebody else's beliefs. And then the church fell from power, and then there was like a new church or a new religion or a new power, and this new power is called medical industry. So what happened with the medical industry? The medical industry says you have no power over your health. You are a victim, and you're going to have to give us some of your resources so we can give you the medicine that you need, and we can do all the scans on your body and do the operation, but you need to pay us first. That's the new power. After the church, it was the medical system, yeah? So what we do is, once again, we give our power to the church, or we give our power to the medical system, and the medical system says you're not going to be able to cure with that unless you take this drug, and then you'll be fine afterwards. And we're like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, okay, I'll take those drugs, no problem. Like giving up our power completely. We are not allowed to do this anymore, because those powers that be are going to go, give me your money. They don't want people like me or you or Dr. Joe Dispenza and all of those spiritual people out there who mean well, who's saying you don't need that to heal this when you can go and have a mango to get rid of your cancer. Yeah? You don't need none of this. You can do this all on your own. It's your own belief system. Oh God, I learned so much. I started with the tapping. So for those of you who missed the first part of this live, I will post it up on my YouTube, and I will let you know when it's up, because the first part of this live was very important. A certain way of tapping to get rid of PTSD. So much. So for those of you who came in late, this is what I would like you to take a screenshot of and watch. Let me flip the screen. Take a screenshot for those of you who came in late. That's one. And this is the other one that I need you. This is all on Gaia. So just take a screenshot of that. Both of them are on Gaia. And also check out Nick. Give me 1 second. Check out him. He'll give you step by step how to get rid of pains in the physical body. You can find him on Gaia, or you can find him on YouTube. Take a screenshot of that. And also check out and also please check her out. I know that some of you don't have access to Gaia. This is why I've written down 9.5 pages of information. This is why I wrote 9.5 pages of information, because I was like, oh, I need to tell them this. Oh, I need to tell them that. Oh, I've got to talk about this. because it's so important that you guys know sharing is caring. Everything I learn, I want you to learn. Don't take my word for it. That's why I'm showing you. I take screenshots to show you guys. Oh, I will write a book eventually. I bought a vintage typewriter years ago and I was like, why am I buying this? But my guide told me I'll write a book at some point. But this is all the things that I have learned. So I'm not going to be back tomorrow because I've been invited to a family event, which I'm having a bit of anxiety about going, but I cannot deny my niece. I think I was saying on live, unfortunately, I was invited to my niece's house and I just realized that my niece might be watching it. And I was like, only kidding, Kim. Because I've been trapped in the house for a good 8 months and they're like, you need to get out of the house. So I will be coming back. I will do teaching tarot. I'll go through the basics. You want to do the tapping before I go? Oh my God, let's do it. Do you love it, Yvette? I'll do it. So whoever wants to do the tapping, stick around. I'll do it really quickly and then I will leave you guys. All right, let's do the tapping. So I highly recommend that you write this down. I'm going to show you the points in the body. This is something that you can do now, or you can watch me, or you can write it down, or you can watch. I highly recommend. So with the tapping thing, focus on a specific part of your body and make sure that while you're tapping, you're saying the words, but focusing on the specific point in your body. If you're having like a pain in your hips or you're a pain in the lower back, pain in the chest, and do it forever, however long you need to do it. But remember, grade your pain. So it could be PTSD, fear of flying, speaking your truth, not sleeping very well, having anxiety over work. See you later, guys. For those of you who want to stay, stick around. I'm going to do the tapping really quickly and I'll go through it. And then you can do this on your own whenever you need to do it to get rid of, and try to add in capillary breathing as well. So I always like to do the capillary breathing after I've done my tapping. So I'm going to use the whole body. I'm not going to, if any of you have a pain in your lower back, focus on that and say lower back. But I'm going to do the whole body. You might have an issue at work and you can't stand it. So just say the words that I'm saying, but change it to, instead of stress in my body, you can put stress at work. Okay, so just change the words. Whatever it is that you're trying to focus on, say those words. Okay, so my ankle is in pain. So when I do the tapping, what you're going to do is say the words with me, but instead of the body, you say ankle pain. Okay, ankle pain. And then visualize what you're saying to the ankle, where the spot is. That's how you do it. So just repeat after me, guys, if you're able to stay. We're going to start now. You can close your eyes and just repeat after me, or you can keep your eyes open. It's up to you. So take a deep breath. Focus on that pain, wherever it is in your body or the situation or the scenario in your life. Grade it from 1 to 10 because we want to know what the grade is after you're done. Take a deep breath in and then you start. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all of this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all this stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all the stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all the stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all of the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all the stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all the stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all the stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all the stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all the stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all the stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all the stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all the stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Under the bra line, even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all the stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings. It is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all the stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all of the stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all the stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all of this stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all the stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from the body. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all the stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Nearly there, guys. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all the stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Last one. Even though I have all the stress in my body, I choose to relax and feel safe now. Even though I have all the stress, all is well. It is safe to feel these feelings and it is safe to let them go, releasing all stress from my body. Take a deep breath in. Hold it for a second. Then scan your body. The tapping effect. They call it tapping. I think this is called the, yes, EFT. Scan your body now, and on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel? Has it gone from a 7 to 0? Has it gone 7 to... The more you do it, you're basically... I'm leaving now. Oh my God, Gemma. I started at 2, it's 5. I will post up the replay. Emotional freedom technique. Yes. Yes, it is. But because EFT, emotional freedom technique, is long, they just call it tapping. I did a lot, Gemma. We talked and we've done a lot. I started at 2, so I'm about to leave. I was just talking about, so like I said, I can literally feel it washing out. I'm telling you. So the more you do this, I always say put it into practice, this tapping method, the EFT method, put it into practice, do it every day. You're going to start to feel a change. Now, for months, I had this lower back problem. My vibration plate helped me really good, but there was still that little bit of pain there. And then when I started learning about the tapping technique and how it helped people get over PTSD, fear of flying, do you know what I mean? All of this stuff, fear of spiders, fear of speaking in public, having problems at work. This tapping technique opens up the meridian lines and blocks all the energy system, reboots your nervous system, because you're tapping these points that are blocked by everything, by what we eat, by the pollution in the air, by our own personal feelings, emotions. Those energies get blocked. They get blocked in motion. This is why the tapping technique is so good. Under the eyes, the temple, the head, here, under the collarbone, here, cupping the armpits. I see a lot of people do that. Qigong masters, hitting the points on your arm to activate. Like my mum had a frozen shoulder. If I knew what I knew now, what I would have done for my mum when she was alive. A lymphatic draining, yes, it will open up the lymph nodes, yes. It will. There's points in your body that really can activate energy, and it's amazing how I kid you not, guys. For the past couple of months, I was having this really bad lower back pain here. I was in so much pain. It was like if I was to bend over to like get my running machine out, or do you know what I mean? I would have like all of this, like this uncomfortable. I can get the thing out. I can go up and down, and twisting side to side. It's crazy. The amount of shit that I can do just after tapping for 4 days. I'm like, wait a minute, if I put this into practice like every day and add it into my routine like I do with my workout, I'm literally working out from 8, not straight, but I literally start working out when I wake up. So I'm working out from 9:30 in the morning, and the last time I get on my treadmill is at 10 o'clock at night. It's crazy. Or I'm on my spinny thing going like this. And then in between all of that, I'm doing my tapping techniques, my Kapalati breathing. These are all the things that I do. I know I said I was going to do a video on it. I lost the stone. I still got a lot to lose. But yeah, if you saw me before, I don't know if there's a picture. It's so traumatizing. I look like a beach whale. It's the only way to describe how I used to look before. I look like a beach whale. Let's see if I can find a beach whale of picture. Let me find a picture of how big I was. I mean, and don't say, guys, oh no, you were okay. That was okay, because I know I wasn't. This is just one, and please say nothing about the hair. I think I was about 14 stone here, maybe. Like, I had a lot of loss. I had a lot of loss. Did you know that tapping helps you to lose weight? Tapping helps you get rid of anxiety, etc. Oh no, I haven't even showed you the worst picture. It's on my phone. It's like it's really scary. I was like, no, you know when you hit a pivotal point in your weight loss or in your life, and you're like, is that what is that what I look like? What the fuck? It was like I was just like, yeah, I can't, I can't, I can't live like this. I can't. Everybody has said to me, oh my God, you lost so much weight, Anna. I fucking hope so, because I've been fucking working out like a monster. I'm just trying to show you, like, my sister posted up a couple of pictures of me, and I'm thinking, why would you post up that picture? Why would you do this to me? It's so bad. And then my sister would take the piss out of me, and then she'll be like zooming into a picture where you could see like 3 triple necks. And then I'm like, why would you post that on Facebook? And then she'll be like, I didn't realize I wasn't supposed to. And I'm like, you bitch. Oh my God. What the fuck? That's not even the worst one. And imagine she had the audacity to zoom in on my neck when I was like, and I'm like, why did you post that up? That looks terrible. Why did you do that? It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh God, it was so bad. And then my brother-in-law, like a dick, went and posted up a picture of me as well, and it was on a beach, and I was like, what is that picture doing there? I was like, what is that? Just give me 1 second. My mum does that to me. Oh God. My mum used to come up to me and go, I love her, and God knows I miss her, but fucking hell, man. My mum used to, oh my God. Jesus, I really lost a lot of weight. All right, hold on. Let me just see if I can. That's not a good picture. Hold on. I'm not trying to look for a good picture. I'm trying to look for a bad picture of me. I'm not saying that all of them look great, but you'll see in a lot of my pictures, I'm always putting like a pillow in front of my stomach. I'm always trying to put like a picture in front of my stomach because I'm so big. Right, hold on. I'm just very good at disguising and taking pictures of myself and know how to angle it, so I do look a little bit slimmer. But the fact of the matter is that's not actually the case. I do look like a beach whale. Oh my God, I'm coming to it. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. And when my brother posted this picture up on Facebook, I was traumatized. I was like, what were you thinking? Like, why would you do that? Like people, you've got like, I don't know, 7,000 followers. Are you telling me that everybody saw this picture of me looking like a whale? Looking like a fucking whale? There's a picture of me on a beach, and I'm very brave to show this, but you know what? I think I lost so much. I'm actually going to show it to you because I don't think I look like that now. Oh God. I know you guys have to go. Please, if you guys have to go, it's cool. You'll probably see it later on. If you're looking to see a beach whale, stick around. Right, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This man's got 1,000 pictures up in here. I don't think it's gonna. Oh, we're going all the way to this. So bad. Tiffany, have you just joined? I'm about to leave. I will be posting this up on my YouTube channel at some point, guys. Where is our trip to Spain? I took a picture of it, and I remember thinking to myself, that was my motivational picture. Does anyone have that? You know when you got a picture of you looking so bad, and you're like, that was the picture that just was like, yeah, I'm gonna I have to lose weight. Ugh. And the thing with me, I used to use really, really big dresses. So my niece would say to me, Auntie, why are you wearing a dress like let's say I'm a size 12. Why are you wearing a size 16 or a size 20? And I'll be like, because I've got to cover my belly. And she's like, you do realize that you wearing that makes you look bigger than you are. I mean, that's just fat, but that's an all right picture, but that's big. I'm big. I'm really big there. But anyway, yeah. I will try and find the picture of me looking like a beach whale and I'll show it next time I come back on here. It's so bad. And, you know, I always put my weight on my stomach and arms. It's always the stomach and the arms. I want to be slim and beautiful. I don't want to be big and beautiful anymore. I'm done with big and beautiful. And you should see my pants. They look like fucking Bridget Jones' granny pants. So you got Bridget Jones' pants, which already looks like a fucking, you know, a spaceship. But then think about Bridget Jones's grandma pants. Those are the pants that I'm currently wearing. I'm 45. Why am I wearing pants like Bridget Jones' grandma pants? It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh, God. So look at that. So for those of you just coming to the room, I was just saying that I did a crystal grid on my walls. And it was the triangle crystal grid. So I've always said that when I have my house, I want crystals all over my walls. But I specifically did the round crystal grid because it brings in a flow of energy. So I got my little glue gun. I cleansed all my crystals in Himalayan salt water. And then what I did was stuck them on the wall. So it brings in positive flow of energy. So, energy of the house feels really good. Anyway, all right. So, I will be back, I think, on Monday to do teaching tarot. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through the meanings of the major arcana card. He's got a child. Shit. He's like really hot. Like, why is he got a kid? Anyway, so I'll be back on Monday doing tarot. I'm not doing tarot. I'm going to teach it. And I'll go through the major arcana cards because it's really important. The first major arcana cards, and then the next time I go live, I'll talk about the rest of the arcana cards because you have the majors and the minors. So if you guys want to learn and you want to do tarot, that would be good. The ice cream man was here. You missed it. And I even said something about it. So the ice cream man was actually here. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today. That was so much information. I'm going to go now because I'm going to go and have something to cook. Should I order food? I don't know. All right. I love you guys. And I will post this up on my live once it's downloaded. I'll see you guys on Monday because I've got to go to that barbecue tomorrow. Okay. I love you. Bye, guys. See you soon.